Gonna be trying the chocolate swamp thing. I got the pod from Badged Bacon in the Pepper Lovers Community Discord server. I don't really know anything about it, but I'm gonna just go ahead and eat it. Hot immediately. Kind of a weird heat in that it started out hot and it kind of disappeared while I was chewing on it, and it comes back after you swallow the pepper. Main heat's on the tip of the tongue, and then underneath the tongue there's also a little bit of heat in the back of the throat. Excuse me. Flavors are really odd. I don't think I've ever tasted anything like this one. A little smidge of sweetness. And then it's like savory. It's not bitter and it's not floral, but it's also like mostly not sweet. But there is that little teensy bit of sweetness. It's also not like grassy or what I would call earthy or smoky. I really don't know how else to explain it. We are getting hotter on the tongue, mostly over the top of the tongue. Salivating a ton, and of course working on the sinuses. I'm probably sweating a little bit. I tend to sweat with hot pods. Heat in the back of the throat is also picking up now, along with the heat on the tongue. It hurts to try and fish out the pepper pieces. Yeah, it's not too crazy at the moment. I'm not sure if it's gonna get too much hotter. It is affecting my ability to speak properly. I feel like I'm slurring a little bit. Saw that salivating. Yeah, it's a really strange flavor. I'll have to go back and look at some other people's videos and see what they had to say about it again. And I'm not remembering off the top of my head. I'm wondering if I'm getting a different flavor out of it or not. But yeah, it's unlike any pot I've ever had. It's getting a lot hotter on the top of the tongue, actually. Feels like whenever I swallow saliva, especially, or the tongue makes contact with like teeth or the roof of my mouth, that also brings back a lot of the intense heat. Otherwise, it kind of feels like it's going down a little bit. But I keep touching so many parts of my tongue to different parts of my mouth that keeps coming back. And it's very hot. And my glasses are fogging up now. Indication that I might be sweating a little bit. Yeah, that's a really intense tongue burn. The heat in the back of the throat's not so bad at the moment. Not really noticing it as much. Like, it's there, but it's not bad at all right now. And thus start the burps. Yeah, I'm surprised. This one doesn't seem too bad. I thought it was going to be crazy hot. But for me, it doesn't seem to be. Like, it's hot, don't get me wrong, but... Excuse me. But it's not as hot as, like, the Red Ghost that Badge Bacon sent me. Or I've noticed a lot of my hottest pods end up being Ghost varieties, because Boot Orange Copenhagen was my second hottest, like near the hottest, and the hottest one was the Gold Ghost crossed with the Pink Tiger. Like, those three affected me the worst. And I've had, like, varieties with Reaper in the name, which I would expect even the lower heat varieties of those to be hotter than ghost peppers. But maybe I'm totally wrong. But those don't treat me the same as the ghost peppers have so far. I know there are other ghost varieties that I've had that aren't nearly as intense as those three, but they're all still really up there too, you know, for me. Even the Blood Ghost, if I recall, was quite toasty. This one's not as bad as a lot of those. Like, it's hot, but it's not completely destroying me. And we are going down for sure at this point in heat. Like, it does come back with contact still, but not as intensely. That's a really interesting pepper. I wish I could explain that flavor. I have no words for it, though. I can't think of what to compare it to at all. Like I don't think I have a single pepper variety I can compare it to, but I can't even think of like foods that it would taste like or like similar to. It's very strange. It does kind of have a little bit of a bitter, earthy aftertaste, seems like, but still a lot of that savoriness with it. Hmm. It's pretty good. It just confused because I'm so used to having some combination of sweet, floral, and bitter. I'm not used to having like unexplained savory flavors in there. I think I've had one or two others that had some form of like savoriness to it, but it didn't they didn't taste anything like this. Like this is completely different. It's still going pretty good. Mostly like hints of it now and then. Like I said, from when I speak and like my tongue touches parts of my mouth. Or when I swallow saliva weird. But other than that, it's getting a lot better. It's actually to the point where I think I might just end the video here pretty shortly. Yeah. Thank you very much for the pod, Badge Bacon. It's a strange, delightful pepper, and I'm glad to have tasted it. Thanks for watching.